because in Tantra also we create many rituals and many ceremonies, goddess rituals, Shakti rituals too, because rituals basically act as a medium or a tool to channel the divine onto the earth. Yeah. Through the sacred geometry, the yantra, what we create, through the mantras, what we chant, through the ceremony, the ambience, the five elements, whatever we bring into the rituals, it helps basically the higher consciousness to come into the earthy level, into the earth. So, Ridhima, can you keep an eye to admit the waiting room participants so I don't get distracted? Yeah. So the intention of this particular free masterclass is to bring this awareness into whatever rituals, prayers, offerings we are giving, to understand also the deeper meaning. And also, this is an auspicious time. So, how we can use and feel inspired by all these different avatars or the forms, the 9 forms of goddess, of the Shakti herself. She took 9 different forms for different reasons. Yeah. Some forms are more to nurture or to give birth as a mother. Some forms is to create the universe. And some forms is to destroy the evil or the demons. Yeah. And we all kind of have this goddess energy, this goddess element within ourselves. So, how we can really take out time and can tap into this goddess energy or self. Yeah. So, the structure of this particular session will be, we'll start for now just with the Gayatri mantra. Ridhima, you can always type in the chat for those who don't know. I like to start the session, and especially when it is the Navratri time, we can just start with the chant to really bring ourselves into here and now. So we'll just do 11 times chanting of the Gayatri mantra. And Gayatri mantra is a very powerful mantra. It's not, it is in fact one of the most powerful Shakti mantra. Yeah. And one can chant it anytime. Yeah. So it's not like a Kali or a Chamunda mantra, which is more sensitive. So Gayatri mantra, actually, we can chant at any point or time of the day. Yeah. And it's really also it gives us grounding and power and calm our mind, connect our mind also with more here and now. So, for those who don't know this mantra, I'm just saying the words and then we will do it together. Thanks. Ridhima has also put it in the chat message, so you can also read it there for those who don't understand the words or know the words. So basically, it is Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodaya. Yeah. That may this divine light, which is shining like a sun, bless us, bless this ignorant mind, the ego, the self, can bring the illumination, to our ignorant self. So let's just take next couple of minutes to chant this mantra, and I like to invite you, if you wish, you can make the yoni mudra or the gyan mudra, whatever you prefer, or just placing your hands on top of each other. You can cross your legs or you can have your legs hanging down, whatever is possible for you in this moment, but keep your spine straight. And let's close our eyes. Taking few deep breaths before we start to chant. So take a deep inhale. And exhale from mouth. A deep exhale from mouth. Ah. So relaxing your body, letting go of any stress. Deep inhale and exhale into the belly. Mm. And with the next inhale, we will start the chant, and you can choose to unmute yourself. So, but chant together with the group and with me. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. So whether you are mute or unmute, please chant together. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. For last four, envisioning your womb, holding your awareness, breath intention into your womb, into your navel and belly. Let the sound come from your belly. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति 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 You can choose to observe this space of silence, holding one hand on the heart and one on your womb, feeling the vibration of sound, sending the blessings to your womb and heart. And then gently rubbing your palms, brushing your face, your hair from head to toe, cupping your eyes. Gently bringing your hands to a fold of Namaste in front of your heart. Namaste to the circle, gently opening your eyes to come back. Take a deep breath. Give a gentle smile to yourself. Yes, beautiful. So, does it make a difference? It makes a difference, right? How you were 5 minutes before. Does it make you feel more centered, or is it only me? Yes, no? Hmm. Okay, so I will run through a quick presentation to explain about the um, the different forms of the goddess and little bit about their story and essence and importance of each day. And actually, it is not just the 9 forms of the goddess, but the each day we move through the different chakra and energy, yeah, in our body. So it's in some actually religions or spiritual disciplines, we consider there are 7 chakras, but like in Buddhism and all, we consider there are 9 chakras as well. So in this particular case, we are going through all the 9 energetic centers, and this is also our central channel, yeah, our sukshma. And to understand that what is even Shakti is life. Yeah, Shakti is everything we see, the form. Yeah, Shiva is the presence, is the container, but Shakti is the dance. Yeah. So for us as women, it becomes very important that our Shakti is alive, moving, dancing, vibrant, and we make sure that we are not stuck in the drama. Yeah, because sometimes Shakti can also be stuck in the drama, or she doesn't know what to do. She can be lost, yeah. She can be all over. So to really also keep our presence and our energy, our life force, yeah. So Shakti is everything we see. Shiva without Shakti is Shava, yeah. There is no life. And Shakti without Shiva is having no direction. Uh, so it's also important to understand and know that both are complementing each other. Both are not North and South Pole, though they look very much North and South Pole, but it has to come in this merging. And actually, the journey of these 9 days, or the journey of this nine goddess, or the final avatar, or the form of the goddess of the Shakti, was the Ardhanarishwar. Yeah. The form she took was she met with Shiva in the Ardhanarishwar form, which is and that's when they say that the universe also created the Brahma, the Trinity God created the Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, yeah, with this merger of the Ardhanarishwar. So the story, the lot could be also there's a lot of mythological interesting stories with each day and each goddess. I won't be going too much deeper into it, but also the essence and what can we learn from each day and how we can integrate this each day into our life as well. Yeah. and and how each energy, and we may feel more connected with a certain kind of Shakti form energy or the goddess, and we may feel less connected with a certain form of energy and goddess, and that's okay. Yeah. Whatever you are feeling called, you can meditate, envisioning her roop, her form, her image, and that can also awaken a lot of Shakti in you. Yeah. So I'm just gonna bring the presentation because the images are important, for you to just really drink through that image of the goddess, to really receive through the image and the energy of that goddess. So, 1 second. It's a bit cut. Right, okay. So I already explained about this particular slide, that how this 9 days is not just about the nine, how this is like representing each day, each form of the goddess into a new form and avatar. Yeah. I don't know why my presentation is cutting. It wasn't like this, but I can figure this out, but it may take time. Okay, like this is okay. So I keep it in this form. So okay, let's go on to the day one of the goddess, which is Shailaputri. Yeah. So what they say, as the story goes, when so Shiva's wife, which was Sati, yeah, she burned herself into the pyre of the fire. Into the fire, she jumped into the fire because Shiva was insulted by her mother and she couldn't bear it. Yeah, and then Sati took the form. She reincarnated. She reincarnated herself as the daughter of the Himalayas. So this is why also we say Shiva is the son-in-law of the Himalayas. Huh? So that's why I call her Shailaputri. So she is the reincarnated form of the goddess, and she was born as the daughter of the Shaila means mountain. Putri means daughter. So this is why her name is the first day of the goddess, is the first form of the goddess, is the reincarnated. She reincarnated herself as the goddess, as the daughter of the mountain of the Himalayas. Shaila means mountains. And as you see, she is riding the bull. So her energy is very root chakra, the first chakra. Yeah, she's grounded. She's riding the bull. So she is really into her first chakra, like grounded. Yeah, mountain, the daughter of the mountain, how grounded also she is. Yeah, so it's a pure energy of the first chakra. And what we can probably, so first just look at this image, like really, what does she speaks to you? What can you feel through her? Whatever image you see, she sitting on the bull, the tiger skin on the bull, whatever you can observe. I'll give you 30 seconds. And I'll now take you out of the presentation to reflect on this feeling, this form of goddess. Now, whatever you received, where do in my life I need to ground more? I need to root myself. So maybe you can either share in the notes in the chat. Where in my life I need to ground myself more. Or what is asking me in everything. And remember, our first chakra is our primal instincts, it's our survival. It's very animalist. Yeah, it's our roots. The more we are grounded, the higher we can go. So feeling this energy, how she's sitting on the bull, riding the bull, how she's the daughter of the mountains, and the mountains in itself is like stillness, is health and money. And as you reflect, let's do very quick practice with each goddess energy, because more than also mind, let's feel these energies of the goddess deeper in our body. So just closing your eyes and feel through your root chakra, which is located between your yoni hole and anus hole, your perineum. Take your full awareness, your complete mind, attention, and focus there. And just breathe through that root chakra, feeling what is the fear? What is the fear inside me to really fully root myself? Let the answer emerge as you breathe through this point, through this energetic center. And take very deep breath into this point, this root chakra. What am I holding here? What is not serving me? Ah, and let your answers emerge. Let your mind not answer, but let your body and energy answer it for you. And then moving through whatever fear, stuckness may be emerging, moving through your breath, imagining as if you're a big banyan tree and your roots are going deeper and deeper into the earth with every breath. And you are into the center of the earth planet. So imagining, visualizing, and breathing into these roots. Every breath you take, you deepen your roots. Every exhale you take, you deepen your roots. And as you take this breath, I would like you to also use your hands to ground your energy. So just make your palms, you can look and just ground your energy into your roots. So really make your palms go from up to down like this. Slowly, you really move the energy down very slowly, gently, with the intention I ground myself deeply into the earth, deeply into my dharma and karma in life. I am supported. So, whatever is your affirmation in this moment, you can say that as you ground yourself and really go until your feet touching the ground as you go down. And when you touch the ground, the earth, breathe for a couple of minutes into it. Beautiful. So, most of us, most of the women, really we struggle with our root chakra. It's easier for feminine to be more airy than more grounded. So it's important that we really ground ourselves. So let's find an affirmation you can find for this energy, day, goddess, for this chakra. We'll come to throat chakra. So, what could be your affirmation for the root chakra? What was your fear? Maybe that can guide your affirmation. And please share in the messages in the chat. We can inspire each other. Hmm. Fear, stress, and not success. You won't succeed. Anyone else wants to speak into the fear you felt into your root chakra? And what's your affirmation? Or just trusting your body, whatever you felt or experienced. You can share that. No need to go in mind. What are the practices you can do in your everyday life to be more grounded? Maybe gardening, maybe working with land, maybe what could you include? I felt chase money, affirmation. Money comes to me and flows through me. Nice, yes. If that's your fear or struggle, then yeah, why not? Anyone else before we move to the day two goddess and that energy? I'm dependent on my sexual energy for my well-being and happiness. Is this your affirmation, Ashwini, or is this your fear? Because we have to be very careful when we create affirmations.
It's my affirmation because when I actually focused on that area, I felt a lot of disturbance where I was totally focused outside, and that was creating a lot of disturbance inside of me. So it wasn't like that when I was 16, but I realized because my mind started depending for my happiness and certain things outside. Because when I'm sexually active, I'm very happy. But at the same time, my energy goes down, thinking that I need somebody. But I can create my own stuff through my own sexual energy. This is what I felt like redirecting my energy on something productive in my area.
Okay, so then maybe you can tweak your affirmation. My sexual energy is unlocked and moving for my joy, something like that. Yeah. Dependent is a little in between word. Yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah,
my
yeah.
sexual
But
energy is
it's coming
unlocked.
from the more aggressive
Yeah, it's
way.
more like I am dependent. We are not dependent on anything. Yeah. So my sexual
Exactly.
energy is unlocked or moving freely. So just rephrase it. Okay. Sanskriti grounding practices, meditating, ritualistic sadhana practice like abhishekam, chanting, following routine and being in nature, walking barefoot. Yes. Being in the sun. You're doing all these things, huh, Sanskriti? Yeah,
Yes,
wonderful.
yes, yes.
Wonderful. Yeah, I think the best practice for us as feminine is really spending time with nature, lying down on the earth. Yeah. Spending some time in whatever ways, whether gardening or something with nature, and it brings deep nourishment to the feminine. Yeah. And also bring certain kind of physical practices. That could be yoga, that could be running, jogging, to bring more grounding and stability in the body as well. Yeah. So it's important for the root chakra that we take care of that. Okay, we are already at 2:35. I have to move. Let's go to the second chakra. We spent too much time on the first chakra. I'll bring the presentation back, and that is the Brahmacharini for the day two, which is the celibate form of the goddess. And let me make the presentation full for a second because I want you to see her kamandal. Okay, I think her kamandal is a bit cut in this image. But basically sorry, ladies, my presentation is going in her Shakti. Yeah. So this is the celibate form of the goddess. Yeah. The devotional aspect. So what she did is to get the Shiva, to meet the Shiva, she did a lot of fasting, a lot of rituals, a lot of um, practices, sadhana, to get the Shiva. And this is the celibate form of Shakti to meet the Shiva, so she went on fasting first without food, only on water, they say, all the mythological stories. Then she even left the water and she went only eating some leaves. And then in the final one, she even left the leaves. And that's when Shiva said, okay, okay, I'm pleased. And he came. So her kamandal, this pot of water, represents also the second chakra, which is the element water. And her rosemary mala, it's the symbol of devotion, her devotion, her chanting, her mantra, her sadhana. So, and the water is also the fluidity, is also for us as women, fertility. Yeah, it's connected with our womb. So the reflection for this particular day could be, or this form of the goddess is, what are we deeply devoted to in our life, or what do we really wish to direct our energy, to direct our Shakti? Because sometimes we are spending our energy in trivial things, which is not really serving us. So aligning our desire, our truth, our soul purpose in a right direction, in with the devotional way, in a right way and manner. So just seeing that, where am I leaking the energy and what am I truly devoted to? And maybe just seeing, also feeling through this goddess face, being, what does it speaks to you? I'll give you two minutes to write in your journal, because we do not have so much time to keep sharing after every practice. So write in your journal for next 2 minutes about your fear, your fear when you land in your belly, in your womb, in your second chakra. What do you feel stuck? Where would you like to direct and channel? What would you like to create through this devotion of yours, through this surrender of yours? So write in your journal for a couple of minutes your fear, your stuckness, your realizations for this particular aspects. Where am I leaking energy? Where, to what really I want to devote myself? What is my highest true calling in life? Something more deeper, yeah? We are going more to our soul awakenings. Are these too difficult questions or is it okay? You can also say, okay, I want to devote to my child, and that's beautiful, and or to my partner, to my family, to myself, to my path, to my art, to my cooking, whatever comes. But also realizing, where am I leaking my energy? Where it is not serving me? What would I truly want to create from my womb? Let's have one sharing for each chakra. We can have one quick sharing from one of the sister to keep the energy more alive. Who would like to speak for second chakra? Who is resonating the most with this goddess? Let her speak and give us the transmission. Come on, goddess Shakti. This Love Kush Tiwari ji, are you a man or a woman? We don't need any man, and we see your photograph as a man. So can you please turn on the camera? We want to be sure it's a sister and not a brother in the circle. Love Kush. Otherwise, we have to remove you if you don't turn on your camera. Love Kush Tiwari ji. I am male. So sorry, you have to sign out because this is only for women. Thanks for being, yeah, honest, but this is only women's circle. You can come to our Epic Lover, which is only men's program, or some other mixed gender. So please log out, sign out.
He's gone.
Yeah. So yes, men always love to come in the women's circles, huh? We have to keep a watch. Hmm. So anyone, yeah, which Shakti is resonating most with the Brahmacharini, the energy of the devotion? Come on, let's share.
I could relate to it a lot because I've been on a very conscious journey for a very long time now. And I think, yeah, there are like so many struggles that also come with like, sticking to a path. Like there's so many things that like feel not aligned at the moment, or it's, yeah, I think I do like time to time feel that difficulty in like sticking to this journey that I've been on. Not that I like abandon it or anything, but sometimes it just gets really difficult to like stay focused on something that you want to be focused on, that makes sense to you but doesn't make sense to anybody else. So yeah, but yeah, that's where I think like I have to bring up that sense of devotion, that sense of commitment that I feel back and center myself and everything.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rikta, for sharing. We have some more comments. The fear Diana has shared, I will never finish and publish my first book. You will. Just put your devotion to it and direct your Shakti to it. And it will start flowing. Maybe right now this is not the priority, but the priority is you yourself. So you are doing that and giving time to yourself. When you will feel full, the book will also get complete, Diana, I feel. Right now, your devotion is you.
Yeah, true.
That's true, right? So we have to be,
At least
sometimes we have.
to agree.
Green Tara, yes, you are coming to the Green Tara teachers training program. Yeah. So sometimes we think from mind that, oh, I really have to do this, but the energy is not moving there because probably this is not our priority or devotion, but the energy is going somewhere else. So either we can bring the alignment or we can release it from our system. Yeah, that this is not the priority right now, and this is my priority, and I give fully my energy to that. Yeah, I devote myself then fully to that for this moment until it changes. So also bringing that alignment for yourself. Lalita, I haven't been able to figure out what I want to devote to. The confusion is both disorienting and liberating. Yeah, and that's okay, Lalita, if we don't know and we have the confusion, but what you can see is that where are you spending mostly your energy right now? But where do you want to spend your energy more? So you can bring more similarity and less gap to it. Yeah. Where am I spending more energy? Where I want to spend more energy. Bringing them together. Yeah. Anyone else wants to share? Then please feel free to share in the chat. We'll move to the third goddess, which is a little bit Rudru, like a fierce form of the goddess. And she's called as Chandraghanta. And in this particular form, she's also wearing Chandra means moon in Hindi. Let me just bring her up. Yeah. So as you see her image, she has many hands in this, holding the sword. And the story goes that she took this form because she is here, like getting married to the Shiva, and Shiva is an aesthetic. And he comes in his and she was the princess. Yeah, she was the daughter of the Himalayas. She is a queen. She's the she's the princess. And her mother sees Shiva, and he is the yogi, and he doesn't wear clothes, and he's coming with all his aghoris and all these, and he meditate in the graveyards, and he has this ash on his body, and his jatai and the snakes around. So it's like fierce roop of Shiva. And the mother and the family, when they see that, oh my God, this is our son-in-law, what's going on? Yeah. So the Shakti takes this also the fierce roop, also asking Shiva to, lower his this fierce roop. So the story goes, and then Shiva takes the form of, he is called, oh shit, I just had the word. So he takes a more mellow down. Shiva took some more mellow, beautiful avatar for the Shakti in this. And there is a word of Shiva, and I just had it in mind and I lost it. So he takes this form of the beautiful, looking more mellow than this aesthetic yogi roop. And then they get married, and the Shiva is most of the time in his sadhana, and there comes a demon. Yeah, and the Shakti is like, oh, what do I do? So she also killed Tarakasur, one of the demon who is there, and she kills in this roop one of the demon who comes to Himalayas, and in their house, the mythological story says. So she is more, and she's also the day three, this goddess avatar is more with our solar plexus, like really when it's needed we can be in our power, when it's needed we can be fierce. Yeah, when it's needed we can also take this avatar. Yeah, so being a Shakti, being a Durga doesn't mean always that we are nurturing. We can nurture in some other ways. We can nurture also being fierce, because then we are also protecting. Maybe we are protecting ourselves, we are protecting the world, we are protecting the family, the children, or yeah, we are protecting the truth for itself. So sometimes we need to stand also into that fierce form of the Shakti to protect, to guard, yeah, to guard something more righteous. That's the correct word, yeah. Something more righteous, yeah. Um, so, so not always the softer form of Shakti is what we generally see or imbibe, but sometimes we really need to take the fierce form. And in Chandraghanta, in the solar plexus, the third chakra also, it's more, I'm just trying to come out from the presentation. Yeah, so sometimes we also need to be in that power of the fierceness. So just maybe what we could reflect for this particular is, what am I afraid of? Why am I afraid of being in my power? Could I be like a Chandraghanta? Could I be fierce when it's needed? Can I take out my sword when it's needed? So let's have a yes or no for this question. Can I take out my sword when it's needed? Can I be fierce when it's needed? Sisters, let's have a yes or no. And let's be honest to the circle. Not yet. Yes. Quick in the chat. I had to learn, but now, yes. Good, Tiana. Yes, I think, yes, many times. Yeah. So it also means that we define clear boundaries. Being also fierce in small way to practice in life could be also defining your clear boundaries, when it is a yes, when it's a no. So that's like bringing the practice in small ways. And that could be also maybe taking out more time for yourself, or maybe having your yes and no clear. Okay. So that could be a small way to practice your boundaries, or your little fierceness to come out. That I can say no, and when I say yes, I mean it. This is a small way to practice it. So really defining your boundaries clear. So let's introspect and see, where am I lacking with my boundaries, and where do I need to make and clear more defined boundaries. So take next 1 or 2 minutes to reflect and write. You can also just write in the chat, if not in the journal. Let's have one sister, meanwhile, speaking, who resonates the most with this goddess and would like to speak, share the fear, the stuckness, the struggle, the power. Very comfortable at home, not outside the home. In work and relationships. Yorini, would you like to speak now?
Yes, it's hard for me to put some boundaries in work when I have excess working and I cannot say easy no, and in a relationship, especially with parents, mostly. That's why I put both.
Thanks, Irini, for bringing that. Yeah, in our relationships, whether with our partner, parents, we can sometimes lack clear boundaries, and we may need to have that in place. Welcome, Miggy, in the circle. Yes, you entered at Chandraghanta, so probably she wants to speak to you, huh? To bring that fierceness.
I
To
feel
bring
I'm
that.
fierce all the time.
Your fears or the no, but fierceness also means having your boundaries clear, having that power within yourself, knowing that she can destroy um not just the demon outside, but within ourselves.
Okay.
So realizing those inner demons as well. It
That
could
would be
be,
interesting.
yeah, and our inner demons could be very, very different in different ways. It could be laziness, for example. It could be postponement, delaying, anger, or our jealousy, or being competitive at times, or whatever. Different people have different kind of inner demons. Also realizing that what I need to kill within myself as my own inner demon. So, okay. Yeah, so let's move to the fourth goddess, who is the goddess of the heart, because we have to also keep in mind the time. I think the session needed 4 hours to speak, meditate on each goddess energy, and to also reflect more deeply. But yeah, we need to. You can still carry on with these reflections through the day and journal and write, feeling, and whichever goddess speaks to you more, maybe meditate in front of a picture, because she can give more full the transmission to you. Yeah. Any questions so far? I feel the circle very quiet. I like women more interactive and talking. Um, so please
I
feel
just
free to.
joined Mohini, so in a bit.
Yes, 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 sure. You can take your time. Um, yeah, anyone else has any questions so far? Are you able to follow, guide, be guided? Okay. Oops. Oops.
Mohini, can you make the oh yeah,
Smaller.
I would say,
Yeah.
can you make the presentation smaller on your own screen so we can see the
Yes.
whole
Yes. Yeah. So the fourth goddess, and as you see now, she's more dressed in red and pink, and her energy is more of the heart, of the love and compassion, Kushmanda. And so her essence, her one moment. Yeah. Her energy is, if you see the Kushmanda, she's riding the tiger. Again, she's representing the fierceness, because the heart doesn't also know any fear. The heart is not just the love is also fearlessness. We think love is only mellow mellow da da da, all this romance. No, love is also knowing no fear. A person who truly knows how to love, not this romantic love. I'm talking about real love. They are really, really, you will see no fear in them. So she represents the Anahata chakra. She represents the energy of the day 4, which is moving to the heart. And here we can meditate on with her light and with her energy, bringing to our heart that how can I cultivate more joy in my life? Yeah. What am I doing which is the things which are not bringing me joy in life? What do I need to do in my everyday life which really truly brings me joy? What is that which can nurture me? And the story of her, as per the mythological stories, goes that she created the universe with just her smile. Mhm. So that was the power of her joy. Yeah, that she could create the universe just with her smile. Kushmanda. Yeah, Kushmanda is the word is already like the one who is fully elated. Yeah, in the heart. That just with her smile she could create the universe. So she's the mother here, representing the mother of the universe here.
Mohini, one question. Are these goddesses, they sound very different from the goddesses we usually hear about, like Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga. Are
Yeah.
these goddesses the forms of some of those goddesses, or these are different ones?
So for the Navratri, we worship in the Hindu mythology according to these 9 specific forms of the goddess, which represents each day with different form of energy and different essence and chakra. So the Lakshmi and so these are basically the 9 forms of Durga, you can say. It is
Okay.
one Shakti, but the different law root. Yeah, the 9 avatars of Shakti, which she took for different things. So I was explaining actually in the beginning, but you missed it. So she took these different avatars, maybe to destroy, maybe to create the world, maybe to marry, maybe. So for different reasons and purpose, she took these 9 avatars. But the goddess is one, the Shakti is one, which is, we are talking here more Parvati, yeah, which is the Shakti of the Shiva, the consort of the Shiva. So it is basically the 9 different forms of the Shakti she took for manifestation of either the world or the destruction of the world or as a preserver of the world.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Because
they
these
may not
names
be,
were very new.
yeah, so they may not be very known as the name of the goddess, and we just know more like Lakshmi, Parvati, Kali, and Durga, and all these, but they are basically the 9 forms of Durga, you can say. And Durga is again the Shakti, yeah, the main Shakti.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, anyone wants to quickly speak into this? Any fear of the heart, any realization? Who hasn't spoken yet? Vijaya, Sakshi, would you like to share something? And if you're feeling shy, then this is the moment, this is the circle that you can really show up. Feeling safe, being held by sisters. Ashwin.
When I observed, I feel I'm very connected by my heart with my mother. Okay, and I'm shrinking my heart to fit into. I I just observed I'm not fully breaking out, opening my heart, uh, open with certain kind of fear that I will hurt her. So, I'm kind of shrinking every time I bloom. I I am like shrunk after some time because to make I mean vulnerable to make her feel comfortable and not uneasy. This is where my heart is feeling heavy. Like in two areas I saw myself struggling, and this is the area I'm right now struggling, where my feminine heart feels little unloved, I would say. Okay. So I have a fear of, though I'm opening up, but I uh, I shut down right in front of her to keep her comfortable. So I would like to work on this area on my heart chakra.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Because
Yeah, because you can complete the sentence.
because I feel um, uh, I deserve I keep her happy, so I deserve to keep myself also happy through my own energy. Like, I'm more focused outward than I make myself disturbed seeing her disturbed. Like, I saw that. So I want to redirect my energy back to myself and think in a different form for myself from this moment onwards. That's what I'm feeling like, you know, um, accepting she has got her journey, but never to dim my light to make my mother comfortable. It's very hard and difficult for me to communicate um, because I am very protective when it comes to her. Like it's
I receive
automatic.
you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
receive Ashwini. Thanks for sharing. So
yeah.
just to
So
conclude
I
many
need some idea from you.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just to conclude, many a times we feel we are not able to love or open fully because we feel we may hurt others or we may hurt our own self. Yeah.
Yeah.
But true love is really beyond all this. It is not really confined to hurting this or that. Huh? So so just take this energy of this goddess, that how we can, and for a feminine, for a Shakti, really she needs to be very deeply oriented in her heart, rooted in her heart, anchored in her heart. So even for the most recognition system and how it ties to their Diana, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So even for the strongest of the relationships, if you want anything, we have to be deeply as feminine, anchored in our heart. And as I said, the energy of the heart is not just this mellow, romantic, kuchi puchi chichi. No, she's also the heart of the energy, the true energy of the heart is also fierceness. The love knows no fear. Have we heard this? Yeah. Yeah. Love knows no fear. Fear of hurt is also our illusion that we will hurt them. So also realizing this power of love. Yeah. That it really, love can actually, we now it is a very underrated word in today's time. We overuse this word love. But if we truly, really understand this healing and the power of love and power of heart, it can move the mountains. It has that power. It can, the language of the heart is greater than mind, because it can feel. It is not just 1 + 1 is equal to 2, but it can feel more than even the science can tell, because it can feel like the heart of a mother can feel the danger coming from miles away. That's the power of the heart. That's the sensing of the heart. Yeah. So this is something more also, we open up all our senses in the heart. Our hearing, our listening, our taste, our skin, what we can feel. So the language of the heart is also through all the 5 senses, because we can feel everything into the heart. So just realizing that what is really stopping me to love fully in this world, whether it is my loved ones, whether it is me, my own self, whether it is someone around me, what is stopping me, and how I can get this power back to love freely, to love being in my power. Is it my expectations? Is it my fear? Is it something else which is holding me back? Or is it maybe that I might get hurt if I love so much fully? So moving on to the day 5, Skandamata, and Skandamata is again the mother form of the Shakti. Yeah, she gave birth to her son Kartikeya in this, and as you see in her lap is the 6-face Kartikeya who's sitting in her lap. So this is the mother form of the goddess, and she is being here nurturing. She's sitting on a lion again. So again, she's powerful mother. She's birthing no ordinary human, but she's birthing the god himself. So she's being the creator of life here. She is birthing the divinity here. And the story goes of her is, so there was a demon. I think the name of the demon was Tarkasur, and yeah, there's so many demons that they kill, so it's hard to remember the names. And he could only be killed by the son of God, the son of Shiva. So he was creating the havoc, and all the gods, they got so worried how to stop him, because only the son of Shiva can kill him. That was the vow he took by doing the sadhana and tapasya. So all these mythological stories are very interesting, but has deeper meaning also. So then all the gods goes to the Shakti, the Parvati, because Shiva is most of the time in the tapasya, and they say like, what to do now, how to kill this demon, because only your son can kill. And so Shakti, she made the sadhana and of Shiva, and in this form she conceived Kartikeya, and Kartikeya is also the star, the constellation star. So, and he has these 6 faces, because the 6 stars when he was born were looking at it and all wanted to mother him because he was so beautiful. Look at this constellation of the 6 stars. So so Kartikeya is also a star being named and the constellation. So and he is the son of the Shiva and Shakti, the Parvati and Shiva, and he kills that demon Tarkasur in this avatar. So that's the whole the essence of the story of this goddess, which goes, and here she's the mother She supports the prevalence of the truth of the good over evil. And so what would be the meditation for this one is how I can voice my truth. What is it? What do you feel here in your Vishuddhi chakra, in your throat chakra? What kind of blockage? What do I feel here? In the throat chakra. How can I voice my truth? How can I be more like, I can be fierce, I can say what I want, I can really speak up from my heart, I can speak up my truth, I can own the power of my throat, So really, let's do a very small, gentle practice. Yeah, let's just open our throats. So take a deep breath and take out your tongue. Let's loosen up our jaw. Yeah, come on. We are too civilized in the world. Let's own our little Kali. So let's just really, and when you open your throat and tongue, emit the fire like a Kali, like let's just make some sounds. Loosen up your jaw. Let's just make some sounds. Open your jaw. We hold so much stress, knowing, unknowing, and your jaw is very deeply connected with your yoni. The more stressed and tense your jaw, the more stressed and contracted she would be. So open this area, sisters. You can do this practice for every day for 2 minutes. Just feel like a dragon, feel like a lioness, owning her power when you do this. Like, have you seen the image of the Kali? She is out with her tongue. Huh? She's like literally eating the demons, gulping the demons. Huh? So really just open your jaw, open your mouth. Own your throat, open. Yeah. Take out your tongue, Miggy. Let's not be so civilized. Huh? We can be ugly, we could look improper, and that's fine. Yes. Do it for 5 minutes. It will really help you to open this area. Huh? Yeah, open your sounds, make sounds. Like you're growing these vampire teeth, and you can drink someone's blood if you get a grip. So let's do it all, sisters. Turn on your cameras. Let's do it for 30 seconds. We are ticking time. I really have to. So, unmute yourself. Let's unmute. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Saying yes to this power. Ah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Ah. Amazing. So We can do this every day. Just do it for even a couple of minutes and you will see, you will feel fresh. You will feel more. The presentation, the next form of the goddess is more fierce again. She takes the avatar of Katyani, and the energy here is of sixth chakra. And she takes this, so she takes all them. I will just cover both the sixth and seventh day of the goddesses, the Kalratri and the Katyani. So in the Kalratri, she takes the form of the goddess to kill Shumb and Nishumb. Yeah, they are the two demons. So to kill the both of these two demons, she takes this avatar of Kal Ratri, and in the Kal Ratri, she becomes dark, she becomes blue because she becomes into this completely evil like a Kali. So she's also called as Kali and Kal Ratri. So she's the same form, the Kali and the Karatri, and she's wearing this mala of the skulls. So she's really, and if you see, you can see her vampire teeth here. Huh? So what I was saying, the fierceness. So she in this Karatri in Kali, she becomes a complete like destructive a form. And same in the Katyani, she takes the form of the goddess to kill another demon in this form. So what you can probably question for both of these is that what is the fear or shadow part of me? What is the shadow and fear inside, which is maybe underlying underneath? Yeah. So what is the shadow and shadow I need to kill? What is the demon I need to kill within myself? That could be your introspection. What is that demon I need to kill? What is that shadow aspect of me? Maybe it is not owning your power fully, and maybe it is playing low, maybe it is not feeling enough, maybe it is this or that, or whatever it is for you, feeling into those rumbles of shadows, and that you do have the sword and the power to kill it. Owning that energy, taking that energy from these goddesses to kill the rumbles of the shadow within yourself, to birth and awaken the Durga in us, that goddess in us. And sometimes there is no other way, but we have to look into the eyes of fear, the fear which is there inside us. And just by looking at that fear only, we can move through that fear. There is no other way. We can't escape. We can escape it for some time, but it will come back in some or other form. So she is also the remover of fear, leading to transformation. So questioning what are those, my shadows, the rumbles of the shadows underneath my fear lying, which needs to be transformed in these 9 days, auspicious days of Navratri. So letting go, looking, piercing through those fears in your life. Owning that Shakti, that power. Taking the inspiration. Receiving, opening yourself to receive the energy of these goddesses. Let's take a deep breath. Huh? Yeah, fear could be sometimes overwhelming, and but it's important to feel through them because they are kind of making us contracted and not this expanded feel. We have to go into this expansion. That's our default mode, choosing expansion over fear. Okay, so the next two forms of goddess, the Shakti, is that of the more the light, the consciousness, huh? So when she became so dark and Kali, Shiva bathed the goddess into the Ganga water to let her come back into her from Kali, the Kali form, where her skin also became blue and black. So the Shiva, the mythological story goes like in this avatar of Mahagauri. And Mahagauri, Gauri means also the fair form of the goddess. So she was bathed into the Ganga water to take out, wash off, and transform her back into her Gauri avatar. So it is the renewal, the rebirthing. What happens after destruction is the rebirth, is the renewal form. So she is the renewal form, the white form of the Shakti. And in the final, the 9th day, which is also the form of the Shakti, where she finally met, she became half part of the Shiva. She became the Ardhanarishwar. She is Siddhi in Hindi, in Sanskrit and Hindi means the powers, the super conscious powers. So she became the Shakti of all the Siddhis, of all the powers. And they say that she attained the 8 Shaktis, that she can grow herself, she can make herself small, she can become invisible. So different these kind of Shaktis she attained, and she met finally with Shiva, and she became half Shiva and half Shakti. So there came Ardhanarishwar. And with this meeting, birth the Trinity, the Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and also their consorts were birthed, the Lakshmi, the Saraswati. So the creation of the universe started from this final 9th avatar of the goddess, which is the Siddhi avatar of the goddess. So that's how the story of these 9 goddess archetypes of feminine power goes into. And yeah, just listening and feeling into these powers of all these 9 different forms of goddess or archetypes is also to awaken the inner Shakti within ourselves. And sometimes maybe the stories of these goddesses can inspire us, their energy can inspire us, meditating with the picture of. So as initially I started like really look into the image of a goddess and meditate and see what you can receive. Receiving is one of the most important feminine quality. So sometimes just with meditating the image of a goddess, you resonate the most. Meditate in these 9 days with that image of the goddess. And as I was saying, confronting into your fear in these 9 days could be, what is holding me back to love fully or to be fully in my power? What do I need to destroy? It could be my inner fear. It could be making clear boundaries to conclude this session. So reflect, take these 9 days to connect with this inner goddess self of yours, to be fully in your power, to be fully in your heart, to love fully and open fully. If I don't receive, I continue. If you don't receive the message, or if you don't receive, there is, yeah, Irini, would you like to speak? Yeah. The message. So you mean if you meditate with the photo of the goddess, if you don't receive the message?
Yes, exactly that.
Which is the goddess you resonated the most out of these 9 goddesses when you saw Rini?
Sacral, root, and throat.
The throat and the root. Okay, so then you already have your answer. One is that maybe spending more time to really root yourself, yeah, and seeing that what inspiration, like as I said, brings to you when you look into the images of this. And there is no way that you would not receive the message. When we are truly connected with ourselves, the messages appear. Yeah.
Okay.
So just trust those messages, what comes to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So really take this 9 days, this, in fact, this year we have 10 Navratri days. They say it comes after many, many years. So really taking out this time to meditate. Any questions? Make sense? Was it interesting? Was it inspiring? There could have been more meditation, or we could have done some movement, but seeing also the limitation of time, we need to wrap up. And I have today we am doing online men's course, so I'm teaching for 4 hours to the men. So I have next session in next 1 hour where I have to have lunch. So yeah, and yes, any questions anyone wants to ask before we wrap up the session? Any sharing from this, any reflection sharing from this session?
Yeah, there is a lot
Quick
to
ones,
reflect,
yes.
obviously.
I can't hear you.
I was saying there is a lot to reflect as always. And one question that pops up is, see, we do have the opportunity and sometimes even the courage to speak the truth. But often the people we are speaking to may not be able to take in that. So one reason why I always felt a constriction in my throat is because I often cannot speak out exactly what I think, because the other people often get hurt. So I got used to toning it down, or packaging it in a very beautiful way, um, or just not speaking. But what I liked from one of the messages that I got from your presentation is speak the truth with love. So I think that is something I can remind myself, because I think I speak very factually, very logically sometimes, that it comes across as a hard hitting fact, which might be hard for people. But if we speak the truth with love, I hope it it will help me speak the truth, at the same time not hurt the other person. And I guess it can be applicable to myself also when I go into the self criticism mode. I'm trying to come out of it as much as possible, but I think if we speak to us with love, it can make a big difference. So that's a big takeaway for me today. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Miki, for sharing. As few women are leaving, so I just want to quickly also make the announcement that the women who wants to go deeper into this work of the goddess of, being this really powerful feminine within yourself, come join us in our offline retreats, because you can receive more transmission. We do have Green Tara Teachers Training Program where Diana is coming, and yes, some more women from all across the globe. It is a 15 days training, which we do as an intensive training in Goa in February. And plus you have also Wonder Women Festival, which I think many of you have already attended either or coming this year again. So yeah, feel free to check out the details of Ridhima can share probably the link of the festival and of the Green Tara training. And for the festival, for those who are now left here, you can use the code Goddess10. And yeah, to get your 10% off. It is valid only for until Navratri. So if you wish to come and participate in the Wonder Women Festival, which is actually an amazing festival, I feel, because many topmost teachers come and teach there, and and we basically bring the practices which are feminine, spiritual feminine practices in the space. So whether it is womb healing, whether it is movement or yoga, everything is more feminine oriented practices, and not just, masculine closing your eyes and observing and meditating somewhere. So it's a very fun field as well, but yet very deeply learning. So yeah, Miggy was there last year, and yeah, she's not here right now. Sanskriti is in fact coming back. So yeah, feel free to check out more details or send us your questions or talk to us if you need more details. And yes. So thanks, Miggy, for your sharing. And I think it was similar to what Ashwini was saying, that sometimes we are not able to love because we feel we may hurt other. But if you're really anchored in your heart, you're not going to, this is not going to hurt them. Maybe it will do some good because you're anchored in your truth. You're anchored in your light and love. So I also used to have sometimes this fear in my past, but I know that when it is delivered in a way it needs to be, not like, and when it is anchored in the heart, it does good. So know that power. All right. So thank you so much. We need to wrap up this session. Yes, I gotta go. And thanks to all of you who have stayed until the end, and big love. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks. And share with your sisters. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you,
Mohini.
Mohini.
Thank
It was
you.
really nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.